Welcome, podcast listeners. You are here with your host, Mr. BudgetPedalChap. We are on episode number 210 of the Fret Talk podcast. You're joined by me, Mr. BudgetPedalChap. You're also joined by Lee. Say hi, Lee.
I'm not in the UUSK anymore.
You're not. You are in the United States of Sweedonia. So yes, welcome back. It's been a while. It's been a while. And
since I could hold my head up high.
I mean, if it was better sung, I'd say don't do any more, Lee, because we might get a copyright strike here. But I think we're fine. It hurts because it's true.
The early 2000s were a dark time.
They were. We pulled through, though. We pulled through. So, I mean, it's been so long. How are you? Like, what's going on?
I'm having to relearn to play the guitar.
Ah. Okay.
No pissing around, because my plan was this, right? I think we spoke about it last time I was on. My plan was to let them, because I couldn't pack all my guitars into the car. It was just unfeasible. I had to take child seats. I had to take the cats. I had to take the clothes that we were going to survive with for a few days until our stuff arrived. Yeah. And taking all my guitars wasn't going to happen. So my plan was just to take my Strat and to take the Wazzares.
Yeah.
Put my Strat in a room. When the removal people came, it was like, okay, leave that there. Took them all around, took them all into the room it was in. Leave that there. Do not take that. And they fucking took it.
Oh dear. Oh dear.
Yeah. So I was like, all right, okay, it's only going to be for a few days. And it wasn't. It was for a few weeks. So, they were supposed to come the Tuesday after. They didn't come until the last Thursday, which was like, basically, they were like 14 days late or something. Or it was like 2 weeks, 3 weeks without a guitar or whatever. I can't remember. It's been so long.
That is...
I think it works out that it was 3 weeks without a guitar.
Shit, man.
Yeah, so when I got the guitar back and I just like started trying to play like I normally do and doing all my exercises and these sort of things, and my fingers were like, nope. I could play them. It just sounded crap.
Yeah.
It was just like all the tones must have seeped out of my fingers.
See, left the tone in the UK.
Yeah. Yeah, man. So it was a dark time. It was a very dark time.
It was the best of times. It was the worst of times.
Yeah. It was hard, but now I've got my guitars back. It's I'm getting there, but I'm getting back. And it also, strangely enough, I started playing stuff that I've never played before.
Weirdly enough,
sounds very good, and I was quite.
I found that as well, actually, when after I come back from holiday. Because again, like you have like a week of not playing guitar and not even really thinking about guitar-y things, which is it's a break that you need every so often. And then you come back to it and you're like, hang on, where have these ideas been hiding?
Yeah. It was kind of based around stuff that I'd play anyway. It was just like new takes on it, and I don't know if it was just kind of like listen to it with fresh ears. Like when you record an album and then you kind of go back and you're like, oh, do you know what? That mix sounds nothing like it did before I went to the toilet. It's that sort of thing, but like on a grander scale. So now I'm in a room that's completely not soundproofed like the old one. The old one was all like had the foam all around it and everything. And now when I was checking my levels and these sort of things and monitoring myself, I was like, oh my God, the reverb in this room sounds like I've added some sort of room reverb to the mic. Does it sound like that to you?
Yeah, I can hear a certain ambience to your voice, which wasn't there before. So, but it is what it is. I mean, it's what we all work with usually anyway. So you're on a level playing field with all of the rest of us.
Yeah, but I'm not going to do any soundproofing to this room because I'm going to keep it as like an indoor office, but I need to convert the garage into a studio, and that's going to be like part garage, part studio. So I'm quite excited about doing that. It's gonna be quite nice, but the garage does need a bit of work. So it's damp on one of the walls. I think it's from condensation because when I pulled some of the blown plaster off, it was dry underneath.
Oh, okay.
So I think it's just from condensation. So I just need to get some of that like rubber paint, pull all the blown plaster off, paint it with the rubber paint. Yeah. Then I've got some plastic sheeting. I'll put it over it, and then I'll put the battens on and put the drywall on, so the plasterboard. Yeah. And then I'll have that wall done. But I did a test in there the other day with my Marshall, and I had my wife standing in the dining room above me. Yeah. And two things. One, I've got to soundproof the whole place, the whole studio. I've got to soundproof because it was coming through really clearly. And two, the amount of reflections in there. I put a post up saying it just reminded me of playing in all the shitty pubs where your sound just gets lost and it's just bouncing around everywhere because it was just horrible. It was just me in there and just me and the Marshall. I was just like, I was just my Strat straight into the Marshall, and I couldn't. My sound was just really muddy and getting lost, and it didn't sound like my Marshall at all.
Yeah, it's strange, isn't it? How much that can affect your tone.
Yeah, it was horrible. Yeah, absolutely horrible. So yeah, I'll be soundproofing that, but I won't be putting as much soundproofing as I put in before because that room I loved my old studio, but it was a bit oppressive. There was like no light coming into there, and there will be no light in this one downstairs. So I'll have to have some artificial light, but I think I'm going to try and get some like daylight emulating lights because it was quite, not to say it was like no natural light coming into there. But also the deadness of the room, like of no reflections and that sort of thing, it was a bit oppressive after a while.
Yeah. I imagine that with also the deadness of the light in there, like the fact that it's clearly artificial light that you've got on you would lead to quite a sterile environment.
Yeah. It was all right when I was only going in there to record and stuff, but after the pandemic, I was in there every day for like 5-6 hours, 8 hours, 12 hours sometimes, especially when we were doing live casts. I was in there most of the day. And it was like 6 days a week. So, yeah, it became a little bit much.
Yeah, it's really important to have a space that you can spend time in, isn't it?
Yeah, so that's why I'm going to have this room as like a second office. So if I want to work from up in here, I can. But if I'm having meetings and that sort of thing, it's not fair on my wife to shut the kids up while I'm having a meeting, so I'll go downstairs. But I'll basically have a small office up here and a decent office downstairs.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah,
nice.
Life is hard, isn't it?
Yeah. I'll miss the Billy 2 offices over here.
I'm also I've got permission from my wife as well to turn one of our, because we've got a lot of spare rooms downstairs in the basement, and she said I can turn part of one of the rooms that we're just going to use for storage into into a workshop.
Oh, nice.
So I can just work on my guitars or modern pedals and stuff like that.
Cool.
So yeah, that's pretty cool. this place is amazing, and it's just trees all around us. We're almost like in the middle of the woods. We're not quite. We're like on the edge of the woods, but there are trees all around me.
Oh, but that's beautiful, isn't it?
It is really, really nice. And I'm like, I wonder if I can make a tree out of them, make a guitar out of them.
Yeah, possibly. I don't know. Who do the trees belong to? Are they your trees?
Some of them are.
Well, there you go.
Yeah.
What?
In fact, quite a few of them are.
What are they? What kind of tree?
All sorts. You've got pines, obviously, because it's Sweden, but you've got redwoods, which, redwoods, that'd be mahogany, that is a redwood, so it fall in that sort of ballpark. And then I don't know trees well enough. I know there's an oak here as well, because we've got an acorn tree is what I called it. So yeah, we got an oak tree. But we've got loads of different types of trees. Got loads of saplings down in this, I don't know what you'd call it, this ravine that's just, there's a hill behind our house that goes down into some land that I was going to buy.
Nice.
They want £100 for this bit of land next to us.
Okay.
It's like 2,000 square meters, and then there's another bit of land next to it, which is nearly 3,000 square meters, which is also £100.
There you go.
But upon check-in, they were like, "Yeah, you can buy it, but you've got to build something substantial on it within 5 years."
Treehouse,
I was like,
maybe.
Treehouse, yeah.
2 tree houses.
Yeah. You have to present your idea to them, and then they say yes, you can buy it, or no, you can't. And apparently, around here, because this town's only got like 2,000 people in it. It's tiny. But around here, you've got loads of bits of land like that
that just underdeveloped because no one really needs it.
Yeah, you couldn't build on this bit of land next to us. You just couldn't. It would take so much work to build on it, and the prices of homes around here just don't come to that sort of value. Yeah. So
maybe
we can treat it like ours anyway.
Expand to like a studio area. Have like an outdoor studio.
Well, actually, our house, if you imagine it's on like a big rectangle of land. Mm-hmm. If you took the front of the house and cut like one corner off, mm-hmm. but sort of like an angle that kind of like went almost all the way to the other side, so it's kind of like an isosceles triangle. We've got a big bit of land there that's down a little bit on the road level, which I'm thinking about flattening and building something there, and it might be a large garage, or it might be a more professional studio or something like that.
Cool. I like it.
Or it might be like a place for friends to stay or something if they come visit or whatever. I don't know. But yeah.
Sex dungeon.
Yeah, so
right.
Could be, because is it on the same level as the basement? No, but I could make a tunnel from there to there, so it could be like a sex dungeon. I suppose, yeah, we could do that. Sex tunnel. Tunnel of love.
Yeah, you'd have to have it like signposted inside, like, now entering the tunnel of love.
Yeah, if you want to go between one and the other, you have to get into a giant swan.
Oh dear. Having one door, the one end is pink and then the other one at the other end brown. I think we should probably move on to some other things now.
I've just thought with the reverb in this room, I might actually try recording some acoustic guitar in here, see what it sounds like.
Indeed, it might sound quite nice. Before you left the UK, you happened to send me a little something, didn't you?
Oh yeah, through the tunnel.
You did, yeah, through the tunnel of love. So yeah, don't worry, he cuddled me afterwards. No, you because probably about 2.5, 3 months ago now, we both got sent through some pedals from Energy Effects, didn't we? I was sent through the Flaming Cake because it's a little bit more subdued and a little bit more classic sounding, and then you got sent through the absolute balls to the wall crazy fuzz called the dial-up.
That was proper up my street as well, and I really didn't want to send it to you.
That's it. Yeah, I mean, that's when you did send it through and I plugged it in, I was like, this is absolutely Lee. This is because it is like it's a 2-control fuzz, but neither control does gain. It's like the one control is like your volume setting, and then the other one is pretty much like it's the flavour that you want the fuzz to be. And
it does nothing unless you have it either. It's like between 0 and 10, you've got something. Between 10 and 90, you've got the same thing. And then between 90 and 100, you've got something else.
Yeah, so there's like that. The low end, you've got like a really subby. It's almost just like lower octave fuzz, isn't it? Like it's almost cutting your entire original signal out, and you're getting this just really kind of guttural, like bassy fuzz, and then you've got like almost like a distortion-y fuzz tone, and then like you really ramp it up, and you get this weird kind of synthy octave up kind of feel to it. And yeah, it was. So I ended up doing a little demo on that, which by the time this podcast comes out, I think it's going to be another week before it's released. I've uploaded it now, and it's scheduled for I think it's the last day of August.
Starfighter. Oh, sorry.
But yeah, so I've had some fun doing some recordings on that. I was hoping to get it out last week, but I just kind of missed the deadline. And then our good friend Mr. Lowell George has said that he's got a video coming up. So I said I've kind of like left that slot open for him, and I've uploaded this. But my God, it's crazy. It's absolutely mental.
So let's talk about that style of pedal, because it's the sort of thing that people turn their nose up before they've tried them. So like they look at them and they're like, yeah, that's not for me.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair,
it's not until you get it and you start like playing with it, and then you realise that on its own, it's unusable. But when you start putting things with it, it's like compressors and delays and reverbs and these sort of things, and then suddenly you understand it, and you're like, oh, okay, how did I ever live without this in my life?
I mean, I had an experience where I almost saw it in the same kind of light as the Blue Box, and I thought it's going to be a nice little novelty. I'll have a little bit of fun with it, and then that'll be it. But actually, like some of the tones I was getting out of it, and the character behind the pedal as well, because that bandwidth control, like at certain points in that bandwidth control, will give you like some like horrible screamy overtones, but then you just like you back your guitar volume off just a touch, and then you get this like almost kind of sweet nirvana of tone that you've had to kind of fight the pedal a little bit to find.
Oh, I love that, and you've hit the nail on the head. That's why that's exactly why I fell in love with the Blue Box all those years ago, because I kind of got it and thought, what the fuck have I bought?
Yeah.
And persevered with it and just absolutely fell in love with it, and it is a case of when you're playing, it's almost like the pedal plays you. And I know that sounds proper cheesy, proper cheesy, but because you're limited in what you can do with it, it is like the pedal sculpts you to play how it wants to be played.
Yeah.
As opposed to like I don't know, a Tube Screamer, you can use it in. Well, I suppose a Tube Screamer would be a good example actually, because if you plug that in a certain way, you will only play sort of bluesy stuff.
Yeah. I think like all pedals had their own colour to your tone, don't they? And like certain sounds will be reminiscent of certain genres. Like you say, like tube screamer into like a cleanish amp, you're going to be getting those kind of Edge of Breakup, Stevie Ray Vaughan style kind of cleanish sounds, and you'll want to play that kind of music because of it. Because this is it's like some of the tones are almost not guitar tones. They're so synthy in their texture, that you can't reach for those kind of cliches almost that you'd go for with other pedals.
Yeah, and this is like the example everyone always uses with the blue box is "Fall in the Rain" from Led Zeppelin, and I love Led Zeppelin. I'm a big Led Zeppelin fan, but I think that is a shit, absolute turd use of the blue box. I think it's completely not how it should have been used, and it just doesn't utilize what it's Page trying to make the pedal sound how he wants it to sound. Yeah. Instead of like just going with it and doing it like that.
But no, I completely understand what you're saying. When I've played the blue box in the past, the thing that comes to my mind is I'm always like playing some really big, chunky, heavy riffs, and that's where it really sits really well. It like thickens up big kind of pentatonic, stompy riffs, and Jimmy Page just used it to kind of add a weird flavour to a solo. And it was fine. It's not the best Led Zeppelin song,
by far,
and but it added a little bit of interest to that track. But if they would have had,
it would have been better if he used it on the Immigrant Song.
Something like that. Like a big riff. To get like a real kind of chunky sound out of it. That would have been a much more impressive use of that tone.
Yeah, Dazed and Confused would have been good as well.
Yeah. I mean, there was a lot going on with Dazed and Confused anyway. There was a lot of wah, like the theremin, lots of just outlandish effects. So I mean, Page was known for like that experimentation, but I think with that specific use, they missed the mark a little bit because people go, "Fall in the Rain, the blue box." But actually, it should be, the blue box. It's that massive riff, like a big chunky riff, and no one's done that yet. And I think that's what the dial up has got in it. It has got a big, like rip roaring, fat tone coming out of it. And I've done that in the demo actually. There's a couple of tracks where I use a couple of the bandwidth settings, like hard panned, and I get that like the sub octave and then the upper octave versions, and mix them together, and you get this really really big riff sound. So I can't wait to for that one to be released actually, because I think it will make sense with some people.
Yeah, I've seen some of what you've done on it, and I was very impressed. It's I do feel that there might be a series there in kind of like put BudgetPedalChap out of his comfort zone and see what he comes up with, because what you're coming up with is gold at the moment. Yeah. So it's really good. Maybe you're not quite the blues dad that you thought you were.
No, that's it. I mean, I hide behind the moniker of the blues dad quite a lot, but there's a little bit more going on behind there. But we'll see. Like in a week's time on Tuesday, that will be released. I think it already shows up on Pedal Boards of Doom on the YouTube channel as a premiere. So if you haven't already, make sure that you go over to the Pedalboards of Doom YouTube channel and hit subscribe, and you can hit like a remind me for that video as well. I found this out the other week. That you can do a reminder on a video that's got a premiere coming up, so that it tells you
like a notification sort of.
Yeah, and it'll just notify you on that one video. I mean, if you want to like notify yourself of all the Pedalboards of Doom videos, hit the bell, and we'd massively appreciate it.
It doesn't mean me. He said hit the bell. I said he doesn't mean me.
But yeah, I mean, you can do it on individual videos as well, which I thought was really cool. So if you know you've got like there's one that will really interest you, you can go in and hit that. I thought that was really cool. So I've done that a little bit this week. I also we're kind of coming out at the end of where I've done a big push on the Xander surplus stuff as well, because I've done the No Talk All Tone on the Friday, and then the Tuesday before the Pedalboards of Doom YouTube video came out as well. And we mentioned this on the last cast, but I still think it's going on that YouTube has done me dirty on that video. It cut out a minute of audio on the video.
Oh right, yeah.
And as
can you not trim it in the edit software on YouTube?
I could trim the minute out, but it's trimming out a minute of, because it's the bit of the video where I'm going through the 8 different diode selectors. And it basically cuts out pretty much one of the diode selections.
Right. And
it just like the audio cuts out, which is an absolutely massive shame. It weren't a problem on my end. I've checked. It was a problem with the upload, surely. But I emailed YouTube and they've not got back to us yet, as far as I'm aware.
Of course they haven't. They don't care.
Well, not about us. Not about a humble little, like, what are we on, like 1,600 subscribers at the moment? I think something like that.
No, we're just off 1,900.
What? No, we're not.
Yeah, we are.
No.
I looked the other day.
No.
Yeah. We're nearly at 2,000.
Shit, man.
Yeah.
That's worth celebrating. I'll drink to that.
I'll drink to anything right now. I need a drink.
I've got some Magners waiting for me downstairs actually, which I might crack open tonight.
I was about to say I don't have a drink problem, but I do, and it's that I don't have a drink. Yeah. But I don't actually drink very often. I probably drink like once every 2 months or something.
Yeah,
and even that's only like one beer. So yeah.
I mean, I tend to be seasonal. It tends to be in the summer months. When I've got very little on, I'll tend to have a bit of a drink then.
Yeah, about summer. How's the weather been?
Not fantastic, if I'm honest. Like, because when you were here, it was really warm, weren't it? It was like incredibly warm, and pretty much the week after those maybe like 2 or 3 weeks of like intense sunshine we had, it's been a lot of overcast and a lot of like attempting to rain, and we had some pretty hefty rain today. So it's not been fantastic, if I'm honest.
Well, you might notice that I'm wearing a jumper.
You are wearing a jumper, and I did think that you are mental.
Yeah, it's 13 degrees here at the moment, and it has rained almost constantly since I got here.
Jumper's not going to do you any good, mate. It's not waterproof.
Well, I'm inside, and I'm not putting heating on. In fact, do you know what? I've got to spend nearly I have got to spend £10,000 on a new heating system.
Ooh.
Yeah, I know. It's a bit of an ouchies one, that one.
Indeed. I'm sitting here in my shorts and my branded T-shirt. Have you seen it?
Yeah. I didn't have any choice but to be in shorts, because for some reason the Levi's that I put out to bring with me, as well as my shorts, also got put away and packed. So I only had 2 pairs of shorts all the time we were waiting for our stuff to be delivered.
Have you done something to piss off these delivery delivery chaps and chapesses.
They broke my fucking TV, so I think so.
Yeah.
Got a massive, great big line down the middle of my TV, like where it's not working. Yeah, I'm trying to get it covered through their insurance.
Yeah, I mean, you got to really, ain't you?
Yeah, it kind of like saying, like, hang on a minute, it wasn't us because like this is internal. I'm like, mate, if you're going to carry a TV like that, you know, like with one hand either side, one person carrying it, and then lines go out down the middle, then obviously it's because you've
flexed it.
Bent it slightly.
Flexed it, yeah.
So yeah, it's
not good.
I did want a new TV because I want one with HDR so I can play the PlayStation 5 to like this proper high quality.
Oh.
But that doesn't mean I wanted to get one now.
Yeah, you don't want to be forced to get one, especially when having to shell out on an expensive heating system.
That's ridiculous. Yeah.
Right, we should probably do a bit of news, maybe. What do you reckon?
Yeah, man. What have we got?
So, first of all, we have got a rather well-known Les Paul player. His Les Paul.
Is it Slash?
Funnily enough, no. And it's not Joe Bonamassa either.
Is it Jimmy Page?
It's not Jimmy Page, no. Is
it Mark Bolan?
It's Mark Bolan. My gosh, that's quite a reach. That is. There's a fair few people I'd go to before Mark Bolan. In terms of like hierarchy of
T-Rex are wicked.
I mean, like whether or not you like T-Rex, they are not quite as well known as maybe like the
Joe Perry,
Billy Gibbons, Pearly Gates, or Joe Perry, or Ace Frehley, or any of the Thin Lizzy boys.
Mark Bolan above Ace Frehley, but that's only personally. I don't really like Kiss, to be fair.
Yeah, so no, it's Les Paul, believe it or not. So the first ever Les Paul production model, owned by the man himself, owned by Les Paul. So it's a 1952 production model, and it came off the back of the log, which I believe was something Les Paul had put together with parts of Gibson and Epiphone guitars. And had been tinkering about with that to make like an electric guitar. So they worked together and came up with this. Well, there's a dispute to the amount of input that old Lester had in the guitar himself initially, isn't there? But let's, for argument's sake, let's say that they worked together to come up with the production model Les Paul. So this one has got it's quite heavily modified. It's got a Kaufman vibrola system with a like a solid steel block bridge system.
And this came on after, didn't it?
Yeah, I think these are things that old Leslie had altered himself, because he was quite the tinkering man. Like not only like with his guitars, but in terms of like recording as well. Like
I basically owe my whole career to that man.
Absolutely, like multi-track recording. He just went, yeah, we should be doing this, and then did that, and like
delays, flanges, everything. Like it was like, yeah, what happens if we like kind of run two of these at the same time? But I put my hand here, and yeah, that's basically it.
Yeah. And there's tales of him like playing bass parts into his recorder by playing the part double the speed and then slowing it down. Just absolutely mental. Like absolute pioneer of modern recording.
So is that where the Melody Maker kind of came about? Was it like him tinkering with a Les Paul until it was kind of like had loads of switches, and then they were like, okay, let's release it as the Melody Maker?
The Melody Maker was just a cheaper student model, and it was like two single coils and it was like
but they were like
very, very stripped.
Big old, but they had lots of switches on it as well. And it could do lots of bits and pieces. I think they even came in stereo as well. Didn't he mod this one to be stereo?
So this one's stereo. He also modified the pickups as well. So he's got a low impedance neck pickup, and then he modified the bridge pickup to have heavy gauge wire, but also low impedance. And there's a phantom Q coil which apparently works in conjunction with because they were like staple soap bar looking pickups, and the phantom Q coil works in conjunction with them to give you more of a humbucking tone. And the thing that surprised me is that the estimation for this guitar, you would think a guitar with such heritage, and pedigree behind it would be going. I mean, because the Greenie Moore Les Paul went for $1 million, didn't it? You'd think, like at least half of that, but no. So we're talking 100,000 to 150,000 is the estimated price, but that's only an estimate. So,
yeah, I get the impression that someone like Slash or something will put a big bid in for this, or probably Bonamassa. Let's be fair.
Yeah, I mean it's going to take one of those guys. It might even get a bidding war between a couple of them.
Obviously it'll be like via like an avatar who's going to be bidding on their behalf.
Oh yeah, they're not going to be sitting there with the paddles themselves.
No, they're going to get these big blue people to fight about it.
Yeah, unobtainium, is it? Fuck me.
It basically is.
Yeah, like, and that's.
I could have gone down the route of The Last Airbender, but I thought that was a bit niche.
Indeed, with Aang, is it? Yeah.
Have you ever watched it?
I haven't, no.
It's amazing. You should watch them. They're great. Watch them, man. They are one. In fact, do you know what? They're doing like a Avatar verse now. So they're like they've got 20 years worth of material planned.
Okay.
And they've been given shit tons of money from Viacom. Like the original makers have been given loads and loads of money. Netflix are also doing a live action version of it as well.
Yeah.
It's going to be huge if they pull it off properly. And I think they will. It's really, really good. It's worth watching.
I mean, the only thing that like the only bit of knowledge that I have about Avatar is the game for the Xbox 360. The people who produced the game were like so against the whole like gamer score thing, like the kind of the gamification and incentivizing certain tasks within games, that they basically made their entire like thousand gamer score for that game like super easy to obtain. It was something like get a 20 hit combo, get a 50 hit combo, get a 100 hit combo, get a 200 hit combo, and they were the milestones for the game. And all you had to do was like stand in the corner of the first level and like mash I think it was like the X button or something, which like shot an air shot, and that would give you like one hit. And all you'd need to do is do that for 100 or 200 hits. And when I worked at Game, we never had that in stock because it was a guaranteed 1,000 points on your gamer score.
God. I forgot about Xbox Gamer Score. What did you even get for it?
Bragging rights, pretty much.
Kudos.
Yeah. Like all of the other nerds would be slightly revere you.
I've always been PlayStation, apart from in that generation, and then I had 360. But when I met my wife, she had PS3. So
best of both worlds.
Yeah, exactly. So. Yeah, we've still got like I've put the PS3 in my boys' room so we can use it as a DVD player for in a minute.
Yeah, I mean we've got a really similar thing with our downstairs TV. We've got a PS3 hooked up, but as a Blu-ray player and a DVD player, so that my lad can watch Peppa Pig essentially. And it's really really stupid as well because I've got a little like emulation console as well. which plays like NES and SNES and all of this. And I've got that hooked up to the TV, and I insist that he plays that one rather than the PS3.
Oh dear. Yeah, I've got the Nvidia Shield, so I can use that as an emulation thing as well as for watching TV and stuff as well.
Nice.
It's pretty powerful. That is. It's really cool.
Yeah, cool. Yeah, I've heard about them.
I've got 2 of them.
They're a decent wedge of cash. They are.
Yes, but keep it on a Facebook Marketplace, and they occasionally pop up for 50 quid.
Pro tip, like Lee's pro tip.
And if you get the 2015 model, it's more powerful than some of the ones that followed it.
There you go. Not like the Gibson 2015 models, which are
it comes with a little hologram on it.
The least powerful.
He's a guy who's selling his guitar or something.
I mean, they get a bunch of shit, don't they? The 2015 Les Pauls, and just in general, the 2015 Gibsons. But actually, they're not bad. They're not worth the money they were asking at the time. But the deals that you can get on them now, like a 2015 model versus something that was made a year later or a year earlier, you'll probably talk like 200-300 quid cheaper for the 2015 model, just because it is that specific year.
Yeah, you're hard pressed to find them now where they haven't had the tuners changed as well.
Yeah, like, and that's it. Like, people will switch out. They'll go, "Oh, I switched out the stupid nut. I switched out the robot tuners. Like, I ripped out the PCB switching system and put like a proper wiring harness in." But they're still only asking like one for a Les Paul standard, whereas you'd be talking like $1.5
It's nothing.
Yeah,
easy.
So it's they are like the ones to watch out for. But yeah, so the Les Paul is up for auction. But we've also got a little bit of news about another iconic Gibson guitar this week as well.
Yes.
So this one.
Yeah, Billy Joe Armstrong's.
I mean, he has had some iconic Gibsons, yes.
I was listening to a lot of Green Day the other day. For some reason, I just thought, do you know what? I feel like listening to Green Day, and I don't very often do that, but I really enjoyed it.
Good. I can't say that I've ever listened to a Green Day album the entire way through.
Really? There's a lot of songs about masturbation.
I mean, go with what you know. Teenage lads playing guitar. Yeah, you got to write about your personal experiences.
Yeah.
Terrible. Yeah, so it's not Billy Joe Armstrong or Billy Joel Armstrong or Billy Joel or any Armstrong or Billy variant. It is Tony Iommi.
It's not Billy slash Roses.
Like, there probably will be another slash signature of some description coming out, but I don't
think so. I don't think Gibson will ever do a slash signature guitar.
They'll never do just one slash signature guitar. You are correct. Yes.
Yes, they'll never do a. Yeah, they'll never do a Joe Bonamassa guitar ever.
Yeah, I mean, when they start pairing them up with the T-tails and the flip flops, that's when you know you're getting the case candy there. But the Iommi SG, so a couple of years back, I think they did like a custom shop recreation of his like the SG that he played in the early days of Black Sabbath. I believe he initially, like when they first started as Black Sabbath, I believe he was playing on a Strat. But after that, this was the SG special that he was playing, and it's affectionately known as Monkey, which had a sticker on it somewhere. But yes, the SG. So they're doing like a USA standard version of these now. So like a production model rather than custom shop.
Custom shop, yeah.
Indeed. Obviously, 2 P90s. The bridge on it is a bit of a strange one. You were mentioning this before the cast, weren't you, Lee? Yeah, the bridge.
I was.
It's a bit.
On one side is some grass, on the other side is some more grass, and in between is troubled water. and during that troubled water time, you can actually intonate individual strings.
I mean, part of that information was true. Part of it was true. Yeah. So it's a wraparound bridge a la the special, but it's one way that you can intonate the entire bridge itself and then intonate each individual string as well. So you should be able to get bang on intonation with it, which with certain stop bar systems, like the one that I've got on the SG special copy that I've got, you can't do. Like mine is you get it close enough.
Yeah, I like those wraparound bridges that have like the G and the B kind of like just a little bump, and they're kind of like, yeah, that's your intonation, mate.
Yeah, but, mine's got like a raised section. It's almost like a little bridge, like little steps on it. Yeah, but those steps are literally just like raised parts of the bridge, and you can't move them. Like you can move the entire bridge back and forwards to intonate it somewhat, but it's not close at all. But that being said, I played that Quincy SG on the dial-up fuzz demo, and it sounded great. So, like, no, you don't need intonation. Intonation's a myth.
Yeah, it's not. But I've always wanted an SG that had binding on it. But then when you look at SGs with binding on it, they look shit. But I've still wanted that.
What, on the body?
Yeah.
Yeah. They're not a guitar that works with binding. Like the binding on the neck looks lovely.
Yeah.
And when you get the customs where it's bound up the neck and then on the headstock as well, that it does look classy. Nice. But yeah, binding on the body of an SG is no bueno.
It would be nice to have an SG with an ebony neck and binding on the neck and the headstock.
Are the customs not ebony?
I honestly don't know.
Well, there you go.
Honestly, I haven't got a clue. But this does look nice. And we were talking about how it's kind of like chamfered along the top. You know how like an SG is kind of like, it has that angle all around the edge. And that's why you don't have the binding, basically.
Because it's beveled. Yeah, it's tapered on, like, so the thinnest point on the guitar is the edge of the guitar, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly. But on this one, it doesn't have it on the bottom of the guitar. There is some from the horn and then down a little bit. But if I think I'm right in saying, I'm looking at a picture of it now.
Yeah.
But it doesn't have that on the underneath where the controls are. It's more along the lines of what a Les Paul would be. So it's just like a 90-degree angle.
Yeah. Which means that you could get some binding on that.
That's what I was thinking.
Half bound it.
Yeah.
That'd be nice.
Stranded.
It wouldn't be.
Yeah, it's got a Graphtec bone-coloured nuts. It's the P90s are Gibson. They're calling the knobs on witch hat knobs. So I suppose they are. I've never really thought about that before. And it's got Grover Rotomatic tuners. So Grover tuners. Okay, cool.
Yeah. I mean, it should be a decent bit of kit.
Yeah, I'd have one. But I wouldn't pay this price for it. Yeah. Because I think it's... I know they've got to pay some money to Iommi for it. So each one they sell, they've got to pay them a bit of money.
Yeah.
And I don't begrudge giving money to someone like Iommi because it's Tony fucking Iommi. He's
earned it, hasn't he? He's put in the time and effort.
He is the godfather of metal guitar, and for that we owe him everything. But I think a guitar like this, especially since it's like based on a special, I think it's probably worth about 1,200-1,300 quid.
Yeah. Like if it was 1,500, considering it's an Iommi signature and it's got the Iommi signature monogram on the back as well, you'd be going, that's fair. But it's coming in at 1,249 quid. Which
no, it's not. It's 2,149.
Sorry.
No. No. If it was 1,500, I'd say it was expensive.
Yeah. But because it's 1,200, I'd go, oh no. No, it's 2,149, which is it's just a little steep.
Yeah, I like it a lot, but. Yeah, we were saying before as well that there's that signature model they had of this, which I think was you could buy as a standard as well. So it was like it wasn't like a custom shop one, which was the black one, and it had the crosses on as the fret markers.
Yeah.
And that is just Black Sabbath all over.
Yeah, that was much classier. That was, wasn't it?
Yeah, I want one of them. I think this is classy. I've always thought a red Les Paul, SG looked great.
Yeah.
But I do love Les Pauls in Cherry Burst as well. They're lovely, aren't they?
Yeah. It's the classic look, that is, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely. But yeah, so this... I must say, every time I see the word wraparound, I think reach around.
I don't think for £2,149 you're getting a reach around
from Tony Iommi himself.
Yeah, possibly. I mean, who knows? Who knows?
Dear.
Right,
I've got a fairly good idea. I think it's not.
Yeah. I wouldn't put money on it. And we've got a final bit of news this week, and it was. In fact, we've got two final bits of news. Do you want to go? Do you want to give us the old Mazda Miata?
1, 2. Do what?
The Mazda Miata.
Oh right, yeah. So Mazda, the car manufacturer, has teamed up with the pedal company who seem to like Line 6 products a lot, called Headrush, and they have announced the Headrush MX-5. Now it's a rear-wheel drive pedal board digital thing that's like the HX Stomp, except it has a pedal on it, and when you hit that, obviously that is the gas pedal, and that's what has the go faster pedal. Now I think it's an automatic. There are no brakes on this, but it does have a looper, a stomp, and a tuner. Should I stop now?
Probably, yeah. So it is coincidentally the name of the Miata. In America, it's called the Miata. It's the MX-5 in the UK and Europe, I think. So Headrush have released a product called the MX-5. I mean, if their next one is called the Vauxhall Nova, then we know that they're taking inspiration. But this one's just a coincidence at the moment. So Headrush MX-5, and you're saying it's kind of like an HX Stomp size thing.
Yeah, by the looks of things, yeah, it's got like your three buttons, foot switches on the front, and they're color coded, and I think they can switch to different colors depending on what pedal, what things. Yeah. The thing about the Headrush gear is it's got this big, I think it's like a 12-inch touchscreen on it or something along those lines.
Yeah, this one's like 4-inch. This one is, isn't it?
Yeah, 4-inch. Yeah. So yeah, does it say 3.5 mil? No, that's headphone jack. Doesn't say. But yeah, it's a touch screen. It's a really nice looking touch screen as well. It says it's quite intuitive to use. I've used it before, the touch screen, and I always felt it you know, when you touch some touch screens and they don't feel smooth, they kind of feel almost like they're textured.
Yeah.
If I remember rightly, it felt like that, and it felt like you had to like kind of push hard to get anything to do anything.
Oh, okay. So the sensitivity was not high enough.
It definitely wasn't built in California. Yeah.
Okay.
So it's an interesting one because Headrush have always really been trying to ride that sort of Kemper and Line 6 Helix and that sort of wave. And they did come out about the same sort of time as the Kempers. And did they? Or was it a little bit later? But it was in the same sort of time, wasn't it?
These ones, like the Headrush pedal board and the Geek board and that came out after the Helix stuff.
But not far after.
So from them, I always felt that they were almost like playing catch up with the other stuff. And it seems like the HX Stomp has been around for
ages,
like 3 years now, something like that. And like so much so that the Boss have responded to it with the GT 1000 core.
Like you say responded, I say completely annihilated, but
like it is in response to that. It's like the HX Stomp is doing quite well. Maybe we can have a crack at this and give it our shot. And whether or not it is better it's an argument for another day. But they've done their response to it, and it seems like now the people at Headrush are like just finally catching up. The one thing that I heard about the Headrush stuff was that the effects that they've got on there are a bit lackluster, and that they don't quite have the breadth that the other units have. But the amp models sound really, really good. So like this could be potentially for those people who really, really want to use this at the end of their chain, just to do some like heavy duty amp modelling and then go in using that as a fly rig into it, like a PA or into a recording situation.
Interestingly, it doesn't tell you the specs in terms of power and these sort of things. So with the Helix and with the GT1000, they're very they're proud about it's 32-bit processing and so on, so forth. Doesn't say anything about that on here. Not that I can see.
Yeah,
I'm trying to look past my mic though. So,
have we got a price on it? Because that would be the deal breaker, won't it?
If find a dealer.
This is not the time.
No dealers in your area because you live in Sweden.
Well, there you go.
You don't live in the UK anymore. Enter an address.
INGLUND.
Okay. PMT.
What an unfortunately named guitar shop. So what are we saying? Because I know that like the HX Stomp is about probably like the upper end of 400, 480, something like that.
Okay, it's 430.
What the Headrush is?
Yeah.
Okay.
Bearing in mind it does have that expression pedal on it as well. So being serious, it's got a little bit more. But how much? What is the new Stomp doesn't have a foot switch.
No, this HX Stomp XL. Yeah.
Okay.
That doesn't. It has. I think it has a bank of 9 foot switches rather than the 3 that you got on the original.
So there is a smaller. I say smaller. There is another Headrush. There's Headrush Gig Box, Gig Board guitar, which is a little bit bigger than this. but it doesn't have the treadle, but it has 4-foot switches and a bigger screen.
Okay.
And that's 500.
Okay.
And then their big one is 739.
That's not bad considering, like, because the full fat Helix is
Not over $1,000, isn't it?
Yeah, it's still up there, and I think the LT is a good 750-ish. I was very tempted to go for the LT actually when I went for the stomp.
So here's a thing. That one I said is 500 quid.
Yeah.
Which is the slightly bigger version. They have a deal with it at PMT at the moment where Headrush has an expression pedal which is 99 quid, and you can buy a Headrush gig board and get which is the same one but the same price for 499, and they'll chuck in a free expression pedal.
So you're getting more buttons and an expression pedal. Okay.
And you're only paying an extra 70 quid.
Okay, so it's quite competitive then. It is quite competitive.
Yeah, the other thing that's quite competitive is their FRFR speakers. So they've got two. They've got one that's 2,000 watts and the other one doesn't say how many it is. They're like monitor speakers.
Yeah.
And the 2,000 watt powered speaker is... that's a powered speaker and that's 259.
It's not bad, is it?
It's not. And then the other FRFR, which is a 108 guitar speaker cab, it says FRFR, but it doesn't say whether it's powered or not.
Yeah.
I assumed that all FRFR cabs are powered, but maybe I'm wrong.
Yeah.
But that's 195, so it's about 60 quid, £65 less.
That's really good.
Yeah. I should be getting a powered FRFR speaker soon to tag into my GT Core.
Yeah, because you've got quite a setup there, haven't you? You've got the GT Core and you've got the what are they called? The
Victory.
The Victory, the Victory flamps, haven't you?
I have, yep. And I can't wait to plug it back in because I haven't played with a pedal in ages.
Indeed. We've got one final bit of news.
Have we?
Yeah. Amonito.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Indeed. So this has kind of cropped up. It's a little bit of a mysterious one at the moment because it's going through a Kickstarter campaign. However, the Amonito all-in-one is essentially it seems a bit like a floor amp again, but in a really weird way that it's got a speaker built in. So it's 300 volts powering a 200 watt RMS neodymium speakered guitar amplifier. It's got 4 settings on it. It's got a tempered glass screen that allows you to select various permutations on it, and it gives you 4 voicings essentially, like clean and vintage, clean and modern, dirty and vintage, and dirty and modern. It does mention something about tubes being in this, but it doesn't necessarily say what. As far as my research, anyway. But it essentially looks like a bit like a turbo. It's like a big saucer with like a little bit coming off. And there are 2 different versions of it. So the whole idea behind it is that it's like an all-in-one unit that's light enough that you can take it anywhere pretty much. So they do these 2 different versions. They do like an aluminium chassis one and a carbon fiber chassis one, and it's something like 7.7 kilograms for the aluminium one, and then something like 5.4 for the carbon fibre so ridiculously lightweight. Like considering like your average like 112 combo is probably about 35-40 kilograms. This is coming in at less than 10 on both of them. So yeah, I mean, all of that seems quite interesting. However, they're a little bit pricey, aren't they, Lee?
Yeah, it's. I don't know where to start really. The speaker is facing you, right? Yep. So it's like a monitor. It's not facing the audience. There are XLRs out and these sort of things and lines out, but you get lines out from other floor-based amps as well.
Yeah.
If it's really important to you that you have a valve in something like this, there are much cheaper options. And the route to go, in my opinion, is the blue guitar stuff.
Yes, yeah, like blue amp one.
Yeah, and the Iridiums and stuff like that. I've just googled it. The Iridium, which is the latest one, which is the metal orientated one, is 582 quid.
That's a bit good.
Yeah, and this one that we're looking at, this Shell turbo looking thing, it's funny how we're looking at another multi-effects pedal board thing that's car related. But if you pre-order it, so you basically give them some money up front until it's developed, it's 1,666.
Mm-hmm.
You see how they put 666 in it to be cool. That kind of loses my attention straight away. Just, it's like when you're watching a horror film and then there's an upside down cross and you're just like, oh, for fuck's sake. But if you aren't going to trust these people and you're going to wait until it comes out later, you're spending over 2k. Where was the price? It was,
I think the most expensive one is 2,999, isn't it?
Yeah, it's just under 3k. That's a lot of money,
especially considering it's a floor amp, essentially.
Yeah, absolutely. I couldn't see anything on there about it having a valve in there. I'm sure I've just overlooked it. But
well, it mentions on the carbon fibre one, because it's the premium one, they're hand selected tubes, whereas in the aluminium one, because it's a cheaper alternative, it mentions that they are just standard tubes. So I don't know if that's like preamp. If they're
gonna be preamp, yeah, it's got to be.
You'd think so, yeah. Considering it's a 200 watt
RMS.
Yeah. So yeah, that like 200 watt worth of valve amplification is too much.
I mean, what's the USP for this? The fact that it's got a speaker in it? Possibly. The fact that it's shaped like a shell.
Yeah, like it's for all those turbo enthusiasts.
It's like, have you seen the cartoon Turbo?
What, the one with the snail?
Yeah. You could totally like colour this in to look like that.
I think if you're spending $3,000 on an amplifier, I don't think you'd want to be Disney-fying it.
There is another pedal that is that sort of swirly pattern, and it's the turd from Dr. No.
I think that's probably a place where we should end this today. But yeah, it's difficult to see where the market is for this. But there was a little bit of hype going on about it, and I thought it would be worth at least just mentioning.
I don't know. I like to be positive about things, but I just don't get it. I'm sure that it's for someone. No one would have made this unless it had a purpose for them personally. Yeah. And if it's got a purpose for one person, it's going to have a purpose for many people.
Yeah, possibly.
I'm sure my pedal board altogether costs less than $3,000, and it does more than this.
Yeah, fair enough. But yes, I think it is probably time for us to wrap up the podcast for this evening.
Yes.
I would like to extend a massive thank you to our Patreon backers, because y'all awesome. And for as little as $2 a month, if you are not one of those people, you can be one of those people. It is.
Yeah, come on.
It's an exclusive club, but you are welcome. Go on.
Yeah,
go on.
It's like £2. Come on.
That's it. Less than a cup of coffee a month.
20 Swedish krona.
There you go. 20 Swedish krona.
It's doing my head in. I can't get my head right. My bank balance looks great.
But yeah, you're going to be confused for a while. But yeah, so we have got some Patreon backers, and those people are Mr. Andrew Bimson, Mr. Adam Yeomans, Mr. Doug Christ of 37 Effects, of Just Surprised Me podcast, and of Masters of the Cinematic Universe, Mr. Hugh G. Rection, Mr. Ben Fletcher of Fletcher Pickups, and Mr.
Can we do that again? Sorry, it wasn't a sufficient enough thump.
I mean, you only get one shot here, Lee. You only get one shot.
Come on.
And Mr. Brian Gower of the Tone Jerks podcast.
Oh, hello, Brian.
Hello, Brian. Oh, matron. So yeah, if you want to catch me online, I do various things. I do Facebook, Instagram, YouTube.com/BudgetPedalChap. And YouTube is the home of the No Talk All Tone series, which this week features something. What does it feature this week? Oh, it features the Ice Set Machete Boost, which it surprised me because it's got a picture of 2 machetes on it and it doesn't say what it does. I thought this is going to be metal as fuck. And it's like a slightly gritty clean boost, and it was amazing. It sounded really good. So yeah, check that out. I finally figured out a way of running the HX Stomp so that I can run pedals with massive headroom, and I can absolutely dime them without it blowing the input of my my computer speakers, so that it's not overloading the input of that, but it's just like pushing the amps in as hard as it can.
Is it a Fender?
Yeah, so with this one, I've got it running through a deluxe normal channel, and I've maxed the volume on it, and you get this sweet flubbing out guitar tone, but without the horrible digital distortion of blowing the inputs on my DAW. So I figured out how to do that this week. So you'll hear this kind of cranked to its maximum. And yeah, occasionally, more than occasionally, almost twice a month now, I am featuring on Pedalboards of Doom YouTube channel.
Yes.
Which I think the most recent one was the Xander Surplus, and the one that's coming out in a week's time is the Dial-Up Fuzz. I think maybe towards the midpoint of September as well, we should be getting the Xander Cranium as well. So look out for this. And if you're in our Facebook group as well, throw me some suggestions of kind of guitarists who use rat style pedals and who you might want to hear me emulating for that demo, because I'm at a bit of a loss. I know there's a few. There's a lot of kind of 90s alternative bands, but they're covered a lot with the Xander stuff, like the Xander videos, and I want to cover territory which isn't covered there.
What you're going to be looking for is what the rat style pedals are trying to sound like, and they're trying to sound like a Marshall. They're trying to sound like Guns N' Roses, basically. So yeah, that's what you should aim for. Well,
I did a little bit of research, and apparently, early Metallica, especially Kirk Hammett's tone, was hot rodded or dimed Marshall amps with a rat in front of them. So that might be the
best way to run a rat. To be fair,
that might be where I go with it, but who knows? We shall find out. If you give me some suggestions, I might try it. And Lily,
that's my auntie's name.
Lily. Are you back on the news this week? Are you? Is that going to happen? Are we going to get some Lee news?
Yeah, I'm definitely going to try and knock one out tomorrow.
And how about the news?
Yeah. Oh, matron. Yeah, absolutely. See what there is, and oh my god, I've just looked around. There's like 4, 5, 6, 7 moths flying at my window.
Yeah, Swedish moths.
That was a bit creepy. Yeah. Yeah, no, totally. I'm on the moth. I'm on the news tomorrow. I've got a newsletter to do as well. So yeah, you can catch me over at the Pedalboards of Doom YouTube channel. You can catch me on Pedalboards of Doom Facebook group, and I do loads of stuff for Tonepedia as well, including the weekly newsletter. So if you go over to that, you can sign up to that, and that's quite interesting. I put a lot of work into newsletters, and they're not just like, oh look, Tonepedia have done this, oh look, Tonepedia have done that. So tomorrow, since this isn't going out straight away, tomorrow's one is probably going to be who has the better gear, blues people, like blues guitarists or metal guitarists. So it's that sort of thing. I don't think you're right. I think you're absolutely wrong, because I just mean the kind of like in the amount of gear. I think there's much more gear out there for metal guitarists. Just think of the amount of metal guitar brands. There's so many, and then if you think about the standard blues guitar brands, you basically got Gibson and Fender.
So the two biggest guitar companies.
Yeah, but then there's like tons and tons and tons of metal guitar brands.
It's like the genre itself, though, isn't it? There's not such a thing as like speed blues or thrash blues or symphonic death blues. Yeah. Blues is blues, whereas metal subcategorized, and the same with their gear. This one is for this specific type. This one does that. Yeah, exactly.
Unless you start talking about tube screamers, and then like every blues guitarist has a different favourite tube screamer.
Yes, but there are a multitude of different, like every brand, be them like metal orientated or blues orientated, they have their own version of the tube screamer.
Yeah, but it's like, oh no, I don't use the tube screamer. I use the ODR. It's like, it's a fucking tube screamer. it's like that. It's totally annoying. But yeah, the metal guitarists are like, yeah, I'll take your tube screamer and I'll put it into my 5150, and I'm just going to make it metal.
Everyone loves a tube screamer.
Yeah,
everyone.
But I'm going to do it like just to create a bit of debate. But yeah, I'd be interested to hear what you guys think about it. But if you go on to Tonepedia on the home screen, you can like log in, make your own account, and sign up to our newsletter, which yours truly is responsible for.
So, from myself, Mr. Budget Pedal Chap, from Mr. Lee, Ugenschwagen, Doom. It will be
German.
I don't know any Swedish. Or hi,
hey, meatballs.
IKEA. It will be a tatty bye and good night for this week. Ta-ra a bit. Bye all.
Bye.
Ta-ra.
Bye. 19 and 20 got into a fight. 21.
Hey! Go on, we'll keep it.